I love it when you guys recommend stuff for me to talk about on this show. I promise I'm trying to get to all of them. Today's movie was recommended by my buddy Chris, aka Over Sleazy. Chris is a pretty awesome hip-hop artist, and you should definitely check his stuff out on your preferred streaming service.
Hearing sweet colors as they sweep around and fountain, counting steps, reps and everything to the death. I live with less to feel blessed and put myself to the test.
We were also in a metal band together for a while. He recommended Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Now let me share my thoughts on Scooby-Doo. I don't like it. Is it as bad as Gilligan's Island? Of course not. But the reason I've never been a fan of Scooby-Doo is because I always wanted the ghosts and goblins to be real. Even as a scared child, I was always disappointed when the ghosts ended up being some farmhand or landlord. And every episode is exactly the same. For a show that claims to be all about mystery, it never ends up being all that mysterious.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
All right, come on, you.
And I guess that kind of extended into my opinions as an adult. I get kind of annoyed when people are overly skeptical and need a simple explanation for everything. Letting some mysteries of life remain mysteries can be a beautiful thing. But let's see if this movie lets me down like the show always has. The gang has moved on from their mystery-solving days. Daphne now hosts a ghost hunting show that Fred produces. Velma owns a mystery bookstore, and Scooby and Shaggy are customs enforcement agents at the airport.
Pretty sneaky, but they can't fool your nose.
That's right.
Wait, so Scooby is a drug-sniffing dog? That makes the cliche that he and Shaggy are high all the time pretty ironic. Daphne is frustrated that her show has never uncovered any real ghosts, just people in masks. So she decides to head to one of the most haunted places in the world, New Orleans. But first, she gets the old team back together.
And New Orleans has some of the best food in the world. And the best ghosts, I hope.
So they head to New Orleans and run into the same problem. People in masks pretending to be ghosts. Can you imagine if that were a big problem in real life? But one thing that's great about this movie is the soundtrack.
The ghost is here, there's no reason to ask. He's fake.
Feeling defeated, they go get a bite to eat, and Daphne complains about their situation.
I need a real live ghost.
A woman nearby named Lena hears her and claims she knows of an actual haunted house.
The ghost is real, of course, if you're too scared to go.
Scared? Me? No, I don't think so.
She promises to take them. Lena is the voice of Tara Strong. She is one of the most prolific voice actors of all time, with nearly 700 credits dating back to 1987. And as you'll see, this movie has quite the star-studded cast. So they meet up with Jacques, the captain of the ferry to Moonscar Island, and they head off.
If they want haunted, they come to the right place.
Jacques is voiced by Jim Cummings. This guy is another seasoned voice actor with over 600 credits. He has voiced Winnie the Pooh since 1983, and he is the only actor to have appeared in every Disney animated series in the 90s. He also voices Hondo on the Millennium Falcon ride at Disneyland. By the way, there are going to be a few tangents about the voice actors in this movie, so prepare yourself. Alright, Frank, I believe you know why I brought you here today.
Do I ever? We're watching the 1988 classic Purple People Eater, right?
No. What?
Oh.
I think my house is haunted and I heard you can help.
Well, you're right about that. I've been hunting ghosts since 47. Get behind me!
Wait a second. Rodney,
What?
why have you been pretending to haunt my house?
I spent millions putting this together so that I could steal your Pokemon cards.
You spent millions of dollars to steal some cards that might be worth $200?
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you.
On the way to the island, Scooby and Shaggy fall off the boat and are almost eaten by alligators, but are saved by snakebite Scruggs.
Thanks, mister.
Should've let the gators eat you.
This character is pretty pointless altogether, but he's voiced by Mark Hamill. I wonder if they just created the character so that they could get Mark Hamill in this movie. He really seems to just be thrown in. Our crew reaches the island, and we meet Bo the gardener and Simone, who owns a huge mansion on the island and runs a pepper plantation.
We do not have television on my island.
Simone is voiced by Adrian Barbeau. She's actually a bit of an 80s horror icon, known for The Fog, Escape from New York, and Swamp Thing. Okay, I think that's all the voice actors I want to mention. Let's get back to the story. A lot of strange things start happening. Writing appears on the wall, a pirate ghost appears, and hordes of pirate zombies emerge from the ground. Fred is convinced that there's a reasonable explanation.
It's not ghosts, Velma. It's just guys in masks.
But Daphne thinks they've finally run into some real paranormal activity.
Can't you accept that maybe there are some mysteries that have no rational explanation?
And I'm with Fred. Scooby-Doo always ends in such a boring way. Scooby and Shaggy keep running into ghosts and getting terrified. These two have always annoyed me, if I'm being honest. Maybe it's because they remind me of kids I knew in high school, but the whole stoner duo thing has never been very funny to me. And look, if you smoke weed, I have nothing against you. Do I think it's dumb if you're doing it for reasons that aren't medical? Yes, but I do a lot of things that other people probably think are dumb. Like, who still collects VHS tapes? We can still get along. Anyways, Simone explains that the zombie pirate captain is the ghost of Morgan Moonscar. He and his band of swashbucklers came to the island centuries ago and killed all the inhabitants.
He drove the islanders into the bayou.
I think pirate horror movies should be more of a thing. I know there are a few of them, like the aforementioned The Fog, but the idea of having a group of pirates show up and destroy your town seems pretty horrifying to me. Several things happen from here. The team becomes more and more skeptical of the gardener Bo because he always seems to show up right after the hauntings.
Your crazy friends are near the bayou screaming about zombies. I didn't see any.
You never do. And you're never around when these ghosts and zombies appear.
Yeah. Now, isn't that a coincidence?
And we get another great song.
And it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Fred runs into a zombie and tries to pull its mask off to reveal who's under it, but he actually pulls its head off.
Maybe it's real.
I'm still pretty skeptical. Okay, so yada yada yada, more scary scenes. This movie is actually pretty intense considering it's rated G. I've talked to a lot of people who were traumatized from watching it as kids. The big reveal is that Simone and Lena are actually 200-year-old werecats that need to drain the life force of unsuspecting victims every harvest moon.
I must drain the life force from victims lured to my island to preserve my immortality.
And Jacques is also a werecat. No! Winnie the Pooh's not allowed to be a villain. Oh no. And we also realize that Bo is actually an undercover detective investigating the disappearances on the island.
Sorry, I suspected you.
Apology accepted.
On top of that, we see that the zombies are actually harmless and only trying to warn Scooby and friends.
Shaggy! The zombies are the good guys!
Blake, are you out of your mind?
It seems like they're about to drain the gang's respective life forces, but Scooby and Shaggy distract them long enough for the harvest moon to pass, leading to the only time in Scooby-Doo history where characters actually die. The zombies are able to finally rest in peace, and the gang is able to leave the island unscathed.
The monsters were real? Oh my god!
What did Scooby-Dooby-Doo, bringing Shaggy and the crew to the moon? Island with a scar they can't remove, hot as peppers in the summer weather, sweating when you move. It's a sunset, her spirits enter with the groove, and it's never more than a man in a mask. But the zombie head removal left him dry like a flask. Put to task, what's the meaning? How to even adapt when it's voodoo season and their dolls are all wrapped up? Just their luck, now the sun's coming up. All the monsters light them up like a burnt duck. The curse of goner, now the spirits can run amok. Restore the honor, now the island's looking smug.
I used to hate Scooby-Doo, but now I don't know. Apart from Gilligan, it was my least favorite show. The ghosts were always fake, they've never been real. But then I saw Zombie Island and I don't know how to feel. Do I like Scooby-Doo? Should I rethink things? What is the universe? What's in Saturn's rings? Are we alive or are we all dead? In 2012, did the world really end? I don't know what to do, I'm scared and confused. I thought I knew it all, but now I'm battered and bruised. Maybe Gilligan's Island is not all that bad. No, what am I saying? I must be going mad.